Hello, everyone. This is Debbie Happy Cohen with Joy Based Living, and today I'd like to talk about one of my favorite topics cussing and authenticity and caring. So, the other day I was on the phone with my auntie, who actually has been one of the most codependent people I've ever met in my life. I learned it all from you, auntie. And she said, I hate myself for giving it F. By the way, I'm not going to use cuss words in this particular video, but I will be using them elsewhere. I'm going to tell you how so that you can join me if you feel like it. So and she said the whole word. I hate myself for giving an F because she was, giving in to people or caring too much about people who were not very nice. And I was like, go, auntie. So my job when I'm working with somebody or having a real meaningful conversation with someone is to create a space where truth can be told. Because when truth can be told, then it can be changed. But if it can't be told, it's not going to be changed. And we do a great job in our society of living inside of a river of denial. Oh my God. So, cussing for me, when I heard Eddie Murphy when I was like a teenager, that was before he started cussing too much. There came a stage where I thought he just was too much, to where it was taken away from his jokes. But in the beginning phases, it was like, oh, ice cream. I just couldn't get enough of the guy. Anyway, little aside, I want to thank my friend Heather for nipping and tucking my background here of the Joy Based Living Village and making it prettier. She is a realtor and she's great at, just design and stuff. She does not approve of my cussing so much, but she loves me anyway. She prefers things like, son of a biscuit, leave it to Beaver, shut the front door. The socially acceptable. She's a nice Southern woman. She's feisty, but she likes to keep it clean. So, but Heather, I wanted to thank you for creating a space that I could talk about this topic in a way that looks good. So, people who really know me, they know me and love me, and they know that I cuss like a sailor, and whether they appreciate it about me or not, they love me anyway. And if I'm going to be more authentic in the world, that's going to include F-bombs. But here's the but. I am now bringing the topic of healing from trauma to a public conversation. And I have a way of saying things that will, I work with moms who have teenagers, for example, and I think my message is palatable. I've worked with a lot of teenagers to younger people. Most of my clients are like in their 40s to 70s, but some of my viewers and work that I've done in the past, teenagers love my stuff. But I don't want adults to stop themselves from sharing my work with teenagers if it can help them reduce trauma in their lives. So here's what I'm probably going to do. I'm going to see how it goes. You're going to be with me on the path here and let me know your thoughts about this. When I talk on YouTube, I'm going to keep it relatively clean. If I say the S word or if I slip in an F-bomb by accident, I'll just put PG-13 in front of it. But I'm not going to go off like that. I don't want my channel to be that. But I am going to let loose at Patreon. So, for example, I have an upcoming ebook I'm putting out that is just going to kick butt about healing silent, invisible, hidden trauma. If you can make an acronym out of, switch around the letters, you'll see where I'm going. And I'm going to do a dirty version for my Patreon subscribers, and I'm going to do a clean version for my email newsletter list as a freebie. And that will make it more shareable for people who want to share it. And it will make me more shareable and more authentic for people who want more of me. I love Seth Godin's quote, do work that matters for people who care. And I'll tell you what, people who care about changing the world, if you're praying, gosh darn it, if you're really praying, if you're really looking at what's going on in the world, you're likely also cussing. And I love Brene Brown for saying, I do not believe that cussing and praying are mutually exclusive. And I got jealous the other day because I saw that at the end of one of Richard Grannon's videos, he called it another brick in the wall media. I was like, oh, I wish I had come up with that. That's so good. So I've been like playing with words. I don't know how or where I'm going to use them, but here they are just for fun. Because they represent the attitude that people who know me well get to know this, and people who know me like more on social media and my I self online have not gotten to know as well. And it's all balls in coaching. Get on with your life media. Fig Leaf Productions. Do I have to explain that one? Adam and Eve, they wore the fig leaf because they felt ashamed. I think if we heal shame, we'll heal the whole planet, honestly. So anyway, Fig Leaf Productions. Nobody Puts Baby in the Corner Productions. Snap Out of It Coaching. I actually really like that because I do that a lot. Snap out of it. Because here's what happens. When somebody's dealing with complex trauma, or what some people are calling CPTSD, complex post-traumatic stress disorder, they get emotional flashbacks, which means they're going for a goal, they're going for a dream, and all of a sudden they're like too busy, too tired, too this, too that, too distracted, you name it. I could probably write a book about 1,001 excuses, and I could probably like count myself in for half of them at least. And there's like a dissociation that happens. Like you go for this particular route, and as soon as you start opening that door, boom, you go into poppy flower land, and you fall asleep. Opium. Where you go, oh, I'm going to go wash the dishes. No problem. Oh, I'm going to go have that conversation with so-and-so. Distraction. So snap out of it. Coaching is snap out of it. Come back to the moment, come back to present tense. And then power up after grief and shame. That was not as exciting as the other ones. But anyway, my point is I'm encouraging people to empower their joy, embody their joy, and take inspired action. Well, how do you do that when part of your authenticity is having a sailor mouth? And I want you to feel set free to be more yourself in your world. And how do I provide that example if I'm holding myself back? So you see where like the little quandary has been for me. Well, I have been really healing from issues of double bind. And I'm like, I don't want to feel double bind around this anymore. And that means, no matter what I do, I can't win. So if I help people and really make a big deal about helping people and make myself available to a wider audience, then I have to shut down on being myself. So there's lines. I wouldn't go to a kindergarten classroom and use F-bombs. I wouldn't use it in any school. So it depends on the audience. And I think that's really, really important. It's caring about the person in front of you and caring about yourself as well. I love you guys. I want to see you be more you. Thank you for holding space for me to be more me. And by the way, if you are already a Patreon subscriber, you will receive the dirty version. I don't know. There's a word for it. I'll have to come up with it. For the upcoming ebook, it will be part of my gifts to you. Thank you very much, and I will see you on the next video. If you have thoughts or opinions that are respectful and kind, please share them. Otherwise, they will be removed, and you will be banned. Bye.